Mathematics includes the study of quantity, structure, space, and change. Math can be so complex it could be considered strange. So strange equations could be rearranged. Don't even get me started on fractions. To multiply them, it's going to take a lot of action. But math can be simple. All it takes is practice. Your brain is like a muscle. Make sure it's active.
All right, let's do an introduction on simplifying radicals. Miss Lee recommends that you find the largest perfect square. What shape is that, class? What shape? A square. So why do they call it a perfect square? Well, a square has the same numbers on both sides. There are 2 boxes and 2 boxes. So this is really 2 squared. Class, what is 2 times 2? 4. That's why there's 4 boxes. That's why it's called a perfect square. Well, what's the point of a perfect square? It helps you simplify the radicals the fastest way. Okay? I'm going to tell you guys a story, and this is real life, okay? So don't be scared. Inside the house, you are very safe. I used to teach at a school, and they asked me, what am I doing after school? And I say, I'm going to jog around the park. And I say, hey, do you guys jog around the park? And they got really quiet. I said, what's wrong with the park, guys? They're like, oh, you don't run around the park at night. You get stabbed. True story. So, there is a signpost out here that will tell you, if it's invisible, it's a what number? A 2. It's saying that you want pairs in order to come outside of the house. So let me do the first example, the square root of 20. Well, there are no 2 numbers here, so Miss Lee has been talking to you guys about putting them in pairs. Class, shout out some numbers. Numbers that multiply to be 20. 4 times what? What else? 2 times 10. What else? Miss Lee and I talked about this after school. 4, 2. What's the easiest one? 20 times 1. She wanted you guys to put it in some kind of order. Does that make sense? Well, can you do 3 times something equals 20? No. Okay. So one of these is the best one. Okay? Put your finger on it. All of these will work. The best one is 5 times 4. Let me show you why. Back in junior high, they may have taught you guys the factoring tree. Factor just means multiples. So 5 times 4. And then if you do it again, you have 5 times 2 times 2. Okay, in this scary neighborhood, do you guys see a pair? Yeah, go ahead and circle the pair. This pair is going to eventually come outside the house, outside the radical. Okay? But that neighborhood's so scary. When you look at that, those 2 numbers from far away, they're like hunched up together, right? They're watching each other's back. I don't want to get stabbed in the park. So they're so close together, it's going to be 2 radical 5 is your answer. 2 radical 5 is your answer. Okay, so how do you check your answer? Well, if you want to go back inside the house, you don't need to stay together. Okay? So it's the reverse. When you go back inside the house, there's actually 2 of them. And you can always multiply your number. 5 times 2 times 2 gives me 20. This coming inside is not 2 times 5. There's 2 of them, just like this. That would be the square root of 20. So your answer is 2 radical 5. Now, you can use any of these. All of these will still get you the answer of 2 radical 5, but the perfect square will be the fastest one. All right, 2 radical 5 for the first one is good. (18) is 9 times 2. 9 becomes, the square root of 9 is 3, which is correct. So if you did that, it would look like this. And then you could circle those pairs and then come out. That's your answer. Good. Question number 3. Square root of 98. Yeah, first just divide it by 2. I think that's the easiest one. 49, square root of 49 is 7, 7 radical 2. And if it goes back inside, it's 7 times 7, which is the 49. 2 times 49 gives you 98. All right, let's take a look at this one over here. 40, 4 times 10, 5 times 2. Okay, pay attention here. The 2's are coming out. So this would be a 2 radical. 2 radical 5 is your answer. Let me check. No. 10. Oh, you're missing a 2 here. See this? So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. A pair of them come out. The 10 stays inside. So 2 radical 10 is your answer for question number 4. 28, 4 times 7, square root of 4 is 2. Good. Number 6. Okay, that's the largest perfect square. If you chose something like 24 times 2, you have to break it down again. Okay. This one, 2 identical numbers that multiply to be 16. Class, it's what? That'd be a 4 radical 3. All right, number 7, I'm going to break this up into 25 times 5. And the 25 can turn into 5 times 5. You have a pair here. They come out. Out here it is multiplication. That would be 15 radical 5. And this would be your answer. Number 8, break them up into factors. Try to find the largest perfect square. 25 and 3. 5, 5, and 3. Oops. You have a pair here. This is going to be 5 times negative 2, so that's negative 10. That 3 is still on the inside, so negative 10 radical 3. Question number 9. 50 is 25 times 2. 5 times 5 times 2. Your pair comes out here. Again, it's multiplication out here. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Radical 2 is your answer. Number 10, 25 times 4. Okay, so this one's correct. This one right here, imagine the 5 came out. These 2's will come out. And now here it's multiplication, so 2 times 5 will be 10. So your answer is just 10. Alright, number 11. 100 times 3. And then the 100 is 10 and 10. That's a pair that comes out. 10 radical 3 is your answer. Number 12. 100 times 4. 10, 10, 2 times 2. This is a pair. This is a pair. So you have 10 and 2. Remember, when they come out, they're together. They're very close to each other in the dangerous neighborhood. So your answer is 20. I mean, the best one, realizing back, that could have just been 20 times 20. Their pair comes out. So number 13. Okay, this one's good. 27 quarters. Good. And alright, question number 14. I'm thinking 10 times 9. 3, 3, and 10. This is a pair. Multiply 3 times. Negative 4 is negative 12. Radical 10. Number 15. 100 times 2. So 6, 10, 10, and 2. Here's a pair. Comes out. Multiply. 12. Radical 2 is your answer. Number 16. 16 times 2. Jonathan or Fabian? Jonathan or Fabian? Who are you?
Fabian.
Alright, come on, Fabian, you won.
What?
Okay, 16 is... Yep, Merry Christmas. 4 times 4. So this is coming out, right? This is 4 times 4 times 2. You're circling the 4s here. They're coming out. There's only one number, so it's 4 times 2, which gives you 8. 8 radical 2. Let me double check that. 64 goes in here, so that'd be 128. 4 times that, yeah, 128. Question number 17. Good. Broke them down 9 times 8. That's good. This will be a 3. So 3 times negative 2 will give you negative 6. And you can break that down one more time. This will become a 2. So negative 12 radical 2 is your answer. Number 18, square root of 128. I'm just going to divide it in half and just see what happens. So I get 64. This is really nice. 64 is 8 and 8. Circle your pair. Comes out. There's just one number out here that's gone. 8 radical 2 is your answer.
My day-to-day life is under attack by statistics that I gotta grab. Can't forget about algebra and memorize tax, so I love this math class.